Welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful November day and we are in New Orleans, Louisiana, where we are spending a few days.
We're standing in Cajun Square and it's a lovely, relaxing atmosphere with lots of people and music everywhere.
So in this episode we'll share everything we do with you in New Orleans. New Orleans is a fantastic city. It's in the state of Louisiana on the Mississippi River and it's built on a swamp. The city has a fusion of European and African cultures that has led to music such as jazz and great food including Cajun and Creole.
The city is full of art, music and architecture and many weddings.
Not far from the Mississippi is the French market. It's a good place to pick up souvenirs and gifts, like gator heads, jewellery, hats and t-shirts. It has a wide selection of food and of course it has live music.
Whilst you're here, take a relaxing stroll along the Mississippi. There's plenty to see and you can take a ride on a paddle steamer.
We found this guy really funny as he raps about the passers-by.
I hope that brother's smiling cause he know who I mean. I wasn't out here trying to cause no scene, trying to earn a couple of bucks so I can buy a bowl of beans. Lord, a pretty woman in the white. I hope that lady smiling cause her partner treat her right. Oh, maybe she'll do something really tight. Help a brother love the girl while I smoke some with you. There's a handsome guy in the gray. I saw him smiling, he was walking by the way. I was hoping my brother.
Taking a walk down Bourbon Street. It's still quite early, it's only 4 o'clock, but it's starting to build up.
Bourbon Street is the main street for bars and clubs. It runs for 12 blocks and is partly pedestrian. As well as bars with live music, you'll see plenty of buskers like these two lads with their awesome drumming.
It's also very common to see a procession with a marching band. This sometimes includes a wedding party. These processions have to be pre-arranged and need to include a police escort. Looking for some jazz, we chose to have a few drinks in the Tipsy Trumpet Bar with this excellent live band.
The next day, before we headed to the Garden District, we had a classic Louisiana lunch at Freddy's.
We're standing in line to get our po' boys. So we both ordered po' boys, and I've got it on French bread with meatballs inside, and this is a half. I'm glad I went for half because it's huge, and so I'll show you. So we got cheese, mayo, pickles, tomato, and underneath meatballs. It's extremely tasty, but very messy, but it is delicious, and I might not eat it all. We're currently walking along Royal Street. This is a street with shops, galleries, and some voodoo shops. It runs parallel with Bourbon Street. It's a little more refined and not anything like as crazy as or brash as Bourbon Street.
In addition to the voodoo shops, you'll also find lots of tarot card readers and psychic readings, ghost tours, and a real feel of the supernatural.
I think this is the most famous spot down this street to have your picture taken with that building up there. It's in all the photos I've seen. This seems to be a regular spot where they have a jazz band. Hello, I'm from New Orleans. Do you want to buy me?
The 940 streetcar gets you to the Garden District from Canal Street. It takes around 25 minutes. Many of these cars appear to be vintage models.
The area was originally made up of plantations, and during the 19th century these were sold off piecemeal to rich Americans who didn't want to live in the French district. They built elegant houses with large gardens, giving the area its name. Gradually, over time, many of these gardens were sold off, making way for more houses.
The area was once part of Lafayette. It's definitely worth wandering the streets and appreciating the architecture of each individual house. We were lucky with the late sun peeping through.
Close by is Magazine Street, where you will find the NOLA sign and a row of 19th century buildings housing craft, antique, vintage stores and coffee shops. We stopped off for a very delicious ice cream at the Parish Parlour.
If you're looking to try Cajun and Creole food, then we would recommend you eating at Coop's Place in Decatur Street, where the food was excellent. The staff are fun and there was a great atmosphere. But be careful, some of the dishes are very hot.
In the same street we found the BMC, where we spent the rest of the evening with a couple of bands and some dancing may have taken place.
We just got the 48 streetcar to to the Museum of Art, which is adjacent with City Park. So it was about half an hour, wasn't it? Many stops, but I think it's the best way to get here. Yeah, for sure. And it comes from downtown New Orleans, and it's pretty much all the way straight along Canal Street. Now what I've read about Canal Street is that there never was a canal. They were going to build one, they named the street after it, and that was it. It stayed like that ever since. This park is enormous.
The Museum of Art is a fine art museum, and as it was public holiday, it was closed. But what we came for is the museum's sculpture garden, which was open and is free to enter.
There are many unique and quirky pieces of modern art which you can get up close to. It perfectly combines with the landscape garden.
Park is huge and we could only scratch the surface, so if you want to see it all, then hire a bike. There's an amusement park, Storyland, botanical gardens, putting and loads more.
There are lots of places to sit and relax. You could bring a picnic and spend the whole day here.
The Peristyle building is an open air pavilion. It was built for parties and dancing, as the couple here are doing.
New Orleans is where jazz was born, and if you are interested how it began, then visit the Jazz Museum.
You will learn about Congo Square, where both African slaves and then European immigrants combined to make music on a Sunday.
And the tradition of the marching bands, and in particular the drummers.
Real talent there, Michelle.
The many local blues and jazz musicians, and of course Louis Armstrong, who was born and lived in the city.
This is Fats Domino's piano that was ruined in Hurricane Katrina a number of years ago, and it's been renovated, restored back to its former glory by the looks.
After our visit to the museum, we had lunch at the Flora Gallery coffee shop, which is a 10-minute walk from Frenchman Street. It's a friendly little place with local art on the walls and good food. We both had very tasty burrito sandwiches.
Close to the French Quarter is the Louis Armstrong Park, and within it is the famous Congo Square that we learnt about earlier in the museum.
Fantastic, isn't it? Yeah? Really cool. Keep it going, keep it alive. I think we struck it lucky coming on the Sunday because it doesn't happen every day of the week, just Sundays. It's amazing. And here's the man himself, Louis Armstrong. I think our day's been nicely bookended, starting with the Jazz Museum and learning all about Louis Armstrong and Congo Square, and then coming here to his park and Congo Square with the music being played. Perfect end. Welcome to our New Orleans house. It's a really nice space actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice big kitchen, table.
Yeah.
Nice bathroom with quite an old-fashioned bath. Decent shower.
Yeah, plenty of hot water.
Plenty of hot water, yeah. It's quite spacious. This is our lounge. Nice place to chill. And finally, a nice big bedroom. As you can tell, we're just kind of living out of cases at the moment because we've moved on so often. Messy bed. But yeah, it's a really good apartment. And I'll tell you what, one of the things, you often get little things in these Airbnbs which I'm quite impressed with. Fresh, cold water. Which is really nice, saves using the tap. You get nice filtered water. And a coffee machine. Fully supplied coffee, fantastic. And decent bowl sizes for cereal. It's not always the case, and spoons. Sometimes we go to places and they don't have bowls, or they don't have spoons, or don't have teaspoons. We actually started travelling with teaspoons, or a teaspoon. Yeah, I would recommend this place, so I'll put it in the comments.
Our accommodation was located on North Rampant Street, which with the surrounding streets had many attractive wooden houses. We were only around a 20-minute walk from the French Quarter, so a perfect location.
Well, it's nearly time to pack our cases. We are heading over to Miami tomorrow for a couple of nights. New Orleans has been a great city, full of music.
Somebody on a bike with music.
Yeah, there's music everywhere here. Absolutely everywhere. It's a crazy city. Very entertaining city.
Lots of fun. Friendly.
Definitely friendly, yeah. I think you were saying it's your Favourite city so far?
Yeah, I just love the architecture and the atmosphere.
The architecture's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just one street.
No,
It's
all over.
it's in the French Quarter, but it's also outside of the French Quarter as well. So we were gonna do a bit of packing, head out and enjoy some more music, a little beer, maybe not too much tonight, and a bit of live music before we leave at 8:30 tomorrow morning for the airport. So we will catch you in the next episode in Miami.
We finished our time in New Orleans with dinner again at Coop's Place and wonderful jazz in Bamboulas.
Oh, honey, baby, can't you see my tears? Listen while I say, oh, after you've gone and left me crying, after you've gone, there's no denying where you'll feel blue, you'll feel sad, you'll miss the dearest path you ever had. There'll